Give me a minute, I promise to make it pop. If she come with me, she leave with me, that's on the God. No matter what, no matter just who you are. If you change your mindset, a million is who you are. We shine bright from carbon just like a star. And we hustle hard, stay focused, give it our all. And
I never seen so many riches in my life. Yeah. Fountains of champagne and numb that pain. I've been blinded by these diamonds in my eyes.
say what?
Diamonds in my eyes.
Yo, what up, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another one, man. Y'all know what it is. It's sparking conversation, y'all. Y'all know what we do. Me and the crew, we get together every week, man, and we just chop it up, man. We talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But everything we talk about, man, you know what I'm saying? It always sparks some type of conversation, yo. So definitely want to start the show off like I do all the time, saying thank you. Thank you to all the people that download the audio version of this podcast, yo. I'm gonna say that each and every time, yo, because it's super dope. Like I said, they're all over the world, and it's really fly to know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though we on that climb up the ladder or the stairs or whatever you want to look at it, we on our way up, though. You know what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate y'all. Definitely appreciate all of y'all that watch the playbacks. All of y'all that get on when we do go live and y'all do y'all comments and y'all, y'all just engage with us whenever we go live. A couple of shows, y'all. I know there's a lot of people jumped on, but they was listening. I think mostly because you know how things get. You know what I mean. Sometimes we could come up here and we can have a good time, like we gonna do today. Today should be fly, but and then it's times we gotta get on here and we gotta talk that talk, man, because you know that's what the platform is for, man. The news is not gonna tell us what's going on, so we gotta tell each other. You know what I mean. The only thing is that I realized that you know, being in a position where you feel like you want to use your voice, you can come across all kind of obstacles too, man. You know what I mean? And I mean like from not from the standpoint of just saying like, oh man, the people out to get me and all that. Nah, it could be whoever you feel like your audience is, you know. Everybody don't always want to hear somebody talk about anything positive, you know. People love the tea, they love the gossip, they love the drama, but they don't let it get together and they let to come up with the solutions to the drama. You know what I mean? So on here we try to figure that out. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about some problems, but we gotta talk about the solution as well, because I think that's what's important. That's why we call it a conversation. We don't get on here and we don't battle over perspective. We understand each other's perspective, even if we don't agree. That's one of the hardest things for people, I think, in general. All kind of relationships are failing right now, like whatever type of relationship it is, because of that one particular thing. Not being able to understand a person's perspective. It doesn't mean that one person is right over the other. It just means that this is the way a person sees it. And that's part of what we're going to talk about tonight. Because tonight we're going to break it down because, you know, for a long time, man, we on the podcast we don't really talk about relationship stuff like that. Like we get into certain things and certain aspects of it, but we don't really never get into particulars and stuff like that. But tonight we're going to talk about love languages specifically. And the reason why I want to talk about it tonight, because I want to talk about it from a place of, I don't really think people really get or understand what that is. I think they look at the number, it's only five. It's only five. And I think people look at that five and they kind of rationalize it the best way that they know possible based on how they are able to live their love language. But boy, understanding the perspective of someone else's is really what gets people in that whole pickle that you call that thing, the pickle jar or whatever, where they just sitting in a bunch of sour water. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But we're gonna talk about that tonight. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about it. And you know what? It's really necessary, I think, for adults, for us to get to them these type of conversations because I really understand like we could do a whole lot of things out here in this world, man. It doesn't matter what it is, we can all do it. But the thing that we seem to try to find a excuse not to do is understand each other, y'all. I think it's corny. I think it's corny the fact that we always come up with an excuse not to work together, and we looking at all these other communities around us. They coming together, man. I don't know if y'all paid attention to all these little street signs out here that's saying vote for so and so, vote for so and so. I guarantee y'all half of the names that you can't even pronounce some of the names of the people that's on the flyer. You be like, damn, Mr. Rock Wadala Woo, that you vote for what? Like, I don't even know where you from. Like, vote for you to do what, B? You about to do what? You around here? Like, I can't even say your name. Like, you want me, I can't even say your name. But I mean, I'm not, that's why I ain't gonna try to repeat it right now because I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to be funny, but I'm dead ass, yo. Like, these people come here from these other places, they get in, they figure it out, they buy electric vehicles, they don't travel, and then they run for off. They figure it, they like, yo, listen, I know how to change some of this stuff. I know how to get me and my people in the mix. And what they do, they get businesses, right? So now they got some financial backing. Like, yo, I don't understand. Like, it's people that come here that get it, and we here and don't get it. And it's always an excuse. Oh, you know, black people don't work together. You know, we can't trust, Man, shut up, y'all. Word up, man. It's time for all that to put that in the back pocket. So for those of y'all that's listening to me, I bet. So if you one of them people that is just like that, like yo, Mr. Crab or Mrs. Crabtree, that's you. All right, then yo, blackout. We ain't talking to you. Anybody else that feel like yo, it's time to stop playing and put some things together, yo, holla at me. LLC luncheon is coming. I promise y'all, man. And we're gonna put it on, man. I'm not playing with y'all out here, man. I ain't got time for the excuses, yo. I'm looking at all these other people do it each and every day, and every time we get together with us, is always, well, the reason why. I don't care about the reason why, man. I want to cuss y'all out, but ain't no y'all right now. Who's y'all? I be cussing myself out. Word. But I'm gonna bring the crew up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do, and you know how they do. We've been having a lot going on, man. Like I said, amongst all of us, yo, like as far as all the things that we've been doing in the background, it's so it's a blessing to always be able to have a crew to come on, man. They take time out on their Tuesdays to jump up here with me and just pop our shit, yo. So I'm about to bring them up. I don't know why this joint man loud in my ear, but yo, here we go. Who that? C double, what up, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
You over there looking at, yo. I done caught you doing something you ain't got no business, yo.
I thought the noise was coming from my laptop. I was like, all right, what is that? But it was
I was wondering what that was too.
Oh, y'all can hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disrespectful. Hold on.
It really is.
They ain't never even had to deal with that before. That's just new equipment. I don't know what to do with. Country T, what up? Oh, wait, your mic is off and your joint muted. We gonna get you. Wait, hold on. Come out and come back in, T. Hold on, let me see. One of y'all jump in the Mika, jump in the joint real quick and let them know. Come on and come in because that joint is stuck, y'all. All right. All right, what up, y'all? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all all right? I don't know what's going on. Am I talking to myself?
Yeah, just trying new endeavors, out here,
All right. Smiling. What are you doing? Are you eating? Like, what's going on? You got
all right, mind your business, because I'll be hungry. All right?
Okay.
Right? He all up in your shit.
I'm saying,
Take that back.
give me something. Because just a few seconds ago, I asked y'all how y'all was doing. I ain't say nothing. So, yeah, give me that. At least y'all going to give me that hate. I already know. if I could count on anything from y'all, I could count on that hate, yo. Word up. And you, CJ, it seems like you be on that cereal. That's why you be in the bathroom like that, yo. Word. Hey, yo, listen, how y'all been, though, yo? Y'all had a good week? Y'all phones charged up? Y'all all right?
You know what?
I'm sick of everything about you right now. Just everything about you. From your birth till now, I'm sick of it.
You really feel that way. Stop playing. Kevin Kerr, what up, y'all?
What up, though?
Ain't nothing. Yo, we got Country T in the building. Well, we trying to, but I figure it out. She on though. You got the truck on all that.
My husband done moved me out here to the woods, so.
Oh, all right.
I know I'm in the country. So, hey everybody, how y'all doing? Y'all so beautiful. I love it. What up, Illy? I live right around the corner from Illy, and I see him less now than I did when.
Right.
Right. I don't know. What you gotta echo though, y'all? I don't know. Might have to put some on one of y'all. Can y'all hear it?
What?
Okay, so it's not me. Good.
Nah, it's you, Rod. You echoing.
Okay, good. It's me.
This is why we have. This is very good.
Yep. We got. Yeah. But
I
listen,
can't hear Rod at all. Like it sounds crazy.
Okay, so yeah, it just wasn't me.
It was fine before.
I hear crickets, right? I hear crickets.
Something.
CJ, what you eat?
What cereal? Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yes, girl. I said, hold on. Spaghetti in a while. Hold on.
It do be hitting though, right?
Okay. It's not your every week. I'm like, hold on.
I'm gonna mess around and make a spaghetti this week.
Like, I said, everybody going, oh my gosh, God, this is so ghetto. Hold on, girl.
Yo, somebody watch the thing going.
I can't hear Illy at all.
That's muted.
He muted.
You muted.
Yeah, I'm not talking because it's an echo.
Yeah, it's a bad echo.
I don't know.
We got to run it back. We send another link.
Oh, look, he ready.
Our people is waiting. Kai is waiting.
We all might have to come back in, yo. We love happen all the time. You know, yo.
That T-Mobile down, boy.
Somebody probably got the iPhone. Hold on. Now we ain't echoing now. I ain't echoing now. It's y'all. Oh, yo. Hold T. Am I echoing?
Yeah. So it must be me.
Hold on. Put your joint on mute.
Hold on.
Mic check 1 2. Am I mute? Am I echoing now? Oh yeah, nah. You know what? That's because y'all don't be getting y'all headphones. Not you, but I'm talking about them. I be telling them get their headphones, yo. All right, well look, I guess I'm gonna wait for everybody else to jump back in. We're gonna see how this works, yo. I told you I had them headphones. Let's see what's gonna happen with Mika.
What?
Hey y'all.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, and we ain't echoing?
No.
I bet. Where your headphone at, yo? You got your headphones?
Yeah, my headphones are in.
Okay,
Why
bet.
are you not listening?
Cool. Chill out, yo. Stop being so aggressive all the time. Man, eat your Wheaties, yo. Hold on. Let me see what. See double. See double.
We sound like we're in the clear. All right.
I'll be back. So look, now we just gotta wait for Kara to jump on and see how that work out. All right. Okay, that sound like him. All right, let's do this. Let's see. Yo, what's good, fam?
What's good?
All right. Ooh, we in there. I bet. So, I guess.
I think it's Country T. Put yourself on mute again.
Yo, mic check 1 2.
Yeah.
Right. So wherever your husband moved you to, yo, oh damn, and she blacked out. Wherever she live at now, yo, that joint do not like.
Mic check. Yeah, I sound good. I'm not echoing.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, I think we all
it's her mic.
All right, so look, T, we gonna work with you. Whenever what we gonna do, we gonna give you a signal when it's time to talk. Hell yeah, mute that joint. But look, y'all, like I said earlier, so today we're gonna talk about love languages, all right? but I want to talk about them in a way. I guess we all know what they are, right? We all know what they are, but I want to talk about it in a way where how do people apply these love languages? You know what I mean? Do they actually really take the time out to learn another person's love language? Do you even get anxiety thinking about trying to learn that? Because even as you grow with a person, you still got to figure out how to learn it. I mean, and then sometimes whatever a person's top portion of their love language might not be something that a person even likes or even subscribes to. So that means that it got to be a whole lot of effort put into trying to appease this other person's love language. But we're gonna work it out. All right. So look, what we gonna do, y'all? We got tea in the cut. I'm gonna bring it in one more time. Now, if our address don't permit, then what we gonna do is we gonna say, "I T." We're gonna say "T go," and then I'll mute, or whatever. It seemed like when I'm on with her, it makes an echo. All right, T, what up?
I can hear you. Can you hear
There
me?
we go. All right.
Okay.
So you heard me in the background a little bit about what we
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
Talking about love language. I
You said,
love the love languages.
all right, you love them all, right? Which one? All right. So
No,
look.
no, 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 no. I'm just saying, like, I like the concept of them.
Oh, okay, back. So all right, y'all. So I know we know what they are, but we could run those down if we need to. I don't really think that's important, but we can. So it's acts of service, gifts,
Hmm.
physical touch, quality
Hmm.
time, and words of affirmation, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So within those, it's a bunch of different little variations of everything, right? So we think about acts of service. What is that? Like in what capacity? If y'all had to break down the definition of acts of service, what would it be to y'all? Any of
So
y'all can jump.
that's my love language.
You only got
Um,
one?
well, yes. Well, I
All
took
right.
the test twice and it came out the same thing. So I took it one more time and it came out the same thing. So, but I'm one of those people. I like people to do stuff for me. Like my husband, I don't pump gas. I don't take out the trash. Um, you know, I don't. Uh, I don't have to service the car. Things like that. Like just he'll fold up the towels. Just
Okay, so I get the
stuff like
folding up
that.
the
Listen,
towels. I do get that. I get folding up the towels. I get like doing the dishes. I get like the things that we would, I guess, consider be the ones that's supposed to do it in the household
Hmm.
when
You know.
your husband do it. Because same thing with my husband. I just like, okay, like far as my gas, I ain't pump my gas in years.
Me
I
neither.
couldn't
Yeah.
tell y'all if I had my truck out there right now how to pump that damn gas. And I
I
feel
don't
so
know how
bad
much.
saying that because it's like I'm usually like, oh, I know it all, I got it all, but baby, I couldn't tell you how to pump that gas in that truck to save my life. I'm gonna tell you that's because my man makes sure he gets it done all the time. Like I don't check the mail. I don't like the trash. But I think that's just like as a not like as a man, but the manly duties. But that's just something that he do. But like washing clothes for me when I'm tired or cooking
Hmm.
or now I do. I love that shit. I'm a little bit of everything, girl. So I'm with you.
all right. What about you, me? What's acts of service like to you? Or what is that considered to you?
Like going to get me food when I'm hungry.
So always.
Ah. Yo, I swear, man, you the cookie monster, yo. Go ahead, yo. Keep going, yo. What the fuck, yo? I mean, like, maybe they'll pull up a
Cooking
boat
for
like,
me and bringing me the plate. Just getting the food that I want when I want it. That's an act of
yo,
service that I would appreciate.
hey, Kat, what up, yo? What you
What up?
thinking, yo? What you
I
thinking?
mean, along the same lines, it's like the little things that people do to make your life a little easier.
Hmm.
Right.
Just kind of ease some of the burdens that we have. Just being thoughtful. Really, it's hey, you
Hmm.
had a long day. You go in the bathroom. You're like, oh, I got a fresh set of towels right there. Ain't that something? Just the little things that that just makes your day a little bit easier. So I think there's an appreciation for that, even if that's not your main love language, there's an appreciation for it, because we all want to feel as if a person is thinking enough about us to know the little things that can go a long way with us, you know?
Facts. I think mine's the same too. Everything but gifts. I don't my
Don't even not yet. Not yet. See, we're gonna get to each one. We're gonna get to each one. So hold on before we go there, because I wanna
Pause.
because I know yeah, hold on, because we're gonna get to all of them. Because yeah. So look, so acts of service. So the reason why I asked y'all that is because I think all of us can come up with, the simplified way to be able to say what we consider acts of service, and I think immediately it puts us in the mind of our person because of it being considered a love language. But then again, is that really the love language that we have for like that we consider an act of service from our person, or is this how we are as people in general? And what I mean by that, even when it comes from not just from your person, I mean, but is this something that is a part of who you are, even up until the point where you realize, like, yeah, this might be a love language of mine, but it may not have been that. It could have been an uncle, it could have been your dad, it could have been your mom, it could have been anything that happened in your life. Is that Do y'all think that the love language stems from who you are as a person versus who you are with your person?
Oh, so like nature versus nurture.
I mean, like if you could look at it that way, or you could look at it like, yo, um, because what I'm saying is that when we think about it, right, we think about like even like with acts of service, like what everybody said, something that somebody can do for them, and we automatically, like you said, we went to our person. But I'm thinking like, is that who you are before your person? Because you know how it is. Like sometimes when we get into the love language, even when we get into our top ones, it's understanding the other person's whatever their love languages is to try to match. So that's why I'm saying, like, do we pick up these love languages as we go, or is this something that we feel like is a part of us? That's what I mean in like that context. Like, is this who you are in general, not just with your
Mm,
person?
yeah,
I
yeah.
like when anybody buys me food. Yeah.
I'm with you, steak.
I'm about to cancel your
Open to
DoorDash right now.
the open
Thanks,
to the
like,
public.
listen, I was just playing.
The
Hey, look,
attitude I am as a person. Yes.
I ain't even gonna be, I ain't even gonna be mad, yo. I'm just telling you, like, you letting everybody know, like, listen, y'all show up with an 8 piece. Show up with an
No,
8
Better
piece.
I'm
have your
with Yessie.
own.
I'm with Yessie. It depends on the service and the intentions. It's the heavy on the intentions for me. It depends on the intentions, because if you ain't got good intentions, I don't care what you offering. That's why I say I'm not like a gift that, like, I don't care what you buy me. If you ain't got no good intentions behind it, you can keep it. I was broke before. I'm gonna be broke out.
Right. Well, let's
Okay.
look
But
at
yeah, and that's yeah. But
but let's look at it from let's look at it from not from so much of that. Let's look at it from a standpoint of who we are as a people. Because I mean, a person. Sorry, not as a people, but as a person. Only reason why I'm saying that is because you know I think a lot of people look at love languages as a simplified way of saying how I could get along with a person or how a person could get along with me. But I think relationships dwindle a lot quicker than it does when it comes to other things that people consider the reasons why relationships break up. And and communication, because even when we get into the whole thing about most of these love languages, a lot of times when you ask people what is your love language, they always say, yo, well, I wish it was a sixth one, because they always want to throw communication in there. Because if you kind of think about it, when it comes to all the rest of these, like even before, that's why I said don't go to the gifts yet, because we're gonna get into the gifts. But think about that. Even when it comes to that, y'all said if it's an intent or whatever, right? And all that, which is we get that if it's an intent. But let's figure out if you know, what if that's this other person's love language?
mhm.
You
All
get what
right.
I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
necessarily yours. Like, don't give it to me if you just stepped on my toe. But this person might be like, yo, when I just like I like to apologize for stepping on your for everybody toe. So I'm gonna get, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you was gonna say, Kat.
Well, I mean, I really feel like it's kind of individualized because we put different levels of value on things. I hear people all the time be like, "Oh, he does X, Y, and Z, but what I really need is A. I really need
Mhm.
ABC, and
Mm,
he doesn't do ABC." So
right.
it's even though it's something that you're doing, it may not be the most important thing to that person. It may not
Gotcha.
be what keeps that connection tight because some people have no value for um physical touch. People may not have any value for acts of service. If I want it done, I'll do it myself. They may not have,
Mhm.
receiving gifts. Like CJ done said a couple of times, maybe they don't want you to buy them nothing because for them, it's more about the time that you spend. So it's kind of
Mhm.
like who you are as an individual. Because certain things that a person can do and in past relationships have made them feel as if they are a good partner may not work for you because maybe
Right.
that's not my thing. So yeah, it's fantastic that you want to shower me with gifts, but that's not what I'm used to. It's not what I'm comfortable with. It's not
Right.
going to raise your value with me. It's not
Gotcha.
going to make me seek you out above all others. So I think it's just kind of who you are as an individual and what you're willing to kind of do to appease another person. But
Right.
that's the thing. I personally, I'm not like I do acts of service just because I see, you see something, you say something, you see something, you do something. The trash need to be taken out, take it out. It's just something that has been programmed in me. So
Right.
I don't look for kudos for doing things that I naturally do because it's part of
Right.
who I am, But there are people who will fight you tooth and nail because they feel as if, hey, this is what I need for you to do. We had that conversation a few weeks back on another topic, and I think Mika said something that she was very. It was like a deal breaker for her. If you don't do this, it's a deal breaker. Same thing with CJ. They had certain things that you could do, and it's a complete deal breaker. Like, nah,
Right.
if you're doing this, it's a no, and if you're not doing this, it's a no for me.
Right.
So it's really on the individual and how much value they place on these things. Um,
Gotcha.
you know,
Well,
that's my
yeah,
sense.
I feel you. I think that's why I was asking y'all. Is that's what I mean by when we consider our love language. This is a part of who we are. I think based on what you were saying, Kev. Yeah, like it's a part of who you are. Period. Not just with whoever you're with, but whoever's in your life. Like this is how you move. Like, yo, I this is who I am as a person. And I think that's the hardest part about people when they understand in the other person because like y'all said, it could be a top two love languages that nobody asked. So all right, so everybody went around. So before I do that, I was going to go too far. All right, so gifts. Now these ain't no particular order. We're gonna run them down. So gifts, like everybody already, I think like CJ said something about gifts, but if gift was your love language, what would a gift be considered to you? Now, I don't mean nothing based on like monetary and stuff like that. I'm just saying like whatever you will be considered a gift, like whatever will be considered a gift to you as far as a love language. If that's not one of your love languages, then you don't got to really say nothing if you don't want to. But is gifts one of y'all love language? Any one of y'all?
Not really.
Mhm.
Not necessarily.
Nah.
Okay.
I got a good example though. Like, I mean, it's not my love language at all. But it's one of those things. Like for guys, I think Floyd Mayweather said this. If you only want to give me a gift on my birthday and Christmas, don't get me nothing.
Right.
You shouldn't need a reason or a specified day to get me something. So
Right.
I think that's why a lot of men are jaded on gifts. And when it comes to women getting gifts from men, they go down to typically the same line, cologne, socks, ties, like the same basic things. And it's like, well, damn, was there any thought put into it about me and what it is that I need? Because a lot of times, men, we don't express like what we need at all. So I think that's why for
Mhm.
us, it's not really a big thing. And unfortunately for women, a lot of times men try to buy your affection. So you may not look at
Mhm.
that necklace or that ring as a good thing because you know the toxicity that's behind it.
Uh
Like,
oh.
he rushing in and trying to buy you things and trying to impress you, you know that he's just basically love bombing you, and then eventually it's going to slow down, or he's going to use it and leverage it against you.
Or he is gonna beat you up.
More than likely, because I got you something shiny, but I don't want nobody to see it or you. Like it's weird. So
that's not a thing for me. That's
Oh,
exactly.
he apologizing.
Yeah,
like
like
about that.
So like it's at the end of the day when we talk about gifts, and I don't, like you said, we mean monetarily or anything, but as far as like things that I want, I say, hey, I buy my stuff, and then I say, hey, this how much it costs, and he gives it back
just
to
give
me.
you back
So
the
like
money.
he
Yeah,
don't buy me gifts, because he's not a good gift giver, but the lights is on and the heat is hot and the water cold.
All the important things.
And the
Okay.
mortgage paid,
Exactly.
and the kids is good, everybody
But
eating.
that's the thing, yo. That's the thing that I'm saying. Like when it comes to love languages, man. Like if you kind of think about this, yo, gifts can be considered anything depending on how
Yeah.
well you know the person, right?
mm-hmm.
That's why I said it's not really about the monetary thing. And then, like you said earlier, Kev, men are a little bit jaded because they don't, they only get gifts on certain occasions and stuff like that. But then again, I think, even with that, if that was a person's top love language, imagine a person who, even when we don't talk about love languages, because we don't compare them to our personality. And I think that we should, because what if because there's some people who have a personality of what you call that, meekness, not meekness. What do they call that when they be reserved? When they always reserved, they're stingy. They stingy with their money, but it's another word I want to use for it. I can't think of it right
Oh,
now. Who?
frugal. Yes,
Frugal.
frugal.
That's me. I'm frugal.
Me too.
Right. And then you, because
I
what I think.
coupon. Yeah.
No, that's cool though. Coupons is cool. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm saying like because some people try to love people in their love language, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely.
I hear that all the time, right? So people will try to love you in their love language, but then there's people who will who gifts is really big on their charts,
Yeah.
and but then you got a person who, whoa, hold on, I don't just buy gifts. But I'll give you attention and I'll do this and I'll do acts of service, but I don't do that part. Now, like what we was talking about before about Mika, she was like, "Yo, this is a deal breaker if you don't buy me no chicken." And I
I
think
never said that.
oh, I don't know if it was chicken,
Bro,
but
you
it
get a
like
nigga fly, he go figure scan.
I like chicken.
Oh,
But I mean, like whatever. But I'm saying though, like when it
food.
comes down to it, you know,
Great same groceries.
food or whatever, whatever type of food it is, yo, bring us some food.
It don't matter what kind of food.
Bring us.
Loads of they chicken.
But a lot of times, gifts can be used against you, and it could be something that can be something that, like we said before, that can get you in the space of a person feeling like they appreciate you. It's just that everybody's gifts are not thoughtful. Like you said before, Cab, it's like, do they get to know the person before they go there? So we got to that one. So physical touch, right? All right. So physical touch is like a big one.
Is
And
it?
and I think so. I think physical touch it comes in a lot of ways because affection is a part of that. You know what I mean? Even if it ain't got nothing to do with like the physical part always leading up to like sex or something like that, pumping and dumping. But intimacy goes
Yeah.
along intimacy goes along with that. So if you don't think it's important, all right, so Kev, since you said that, now all right, now let me ask you then. So physical touch, is it not high on your love language list or not? high at all is you like not important in a relationship with you, like not relationship, but like in general.
So I'm a little weird anyway. I don't like people touching me. Period. So
Oh,
that's my thing. I don't like people touching me.
Ooh.
I don't. I don't. It makes my skin crawl. Seriously. So I have to get a certain level of comfort for a
Right.
person to even be like in my space. You know what I'm saying? So people have always thought I was like standoffish or things like that because of it. You know, so and when it comes to physical touch, like I get it. You know, it's all about how you perceive it. Some people perceive it as, you know, affection, as, you know, intimacy. People look at it different ways. But then some people are just too touchy feely. Like every time you turn around, they got their hands on somebody. Like that could be their love language. Like they feel like, hey, I need to touch on you, kiss on you, lick on you, feel on you 24/7. Oh, oh, damn, like chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, so but it was just funny because as you said, I was just looking at the ladies and I didn't see that glow. Like I didn't see them light up when you said it, because I think that we all look at, you know, when you start thinking of physical touch, it's the varying degrees of it and kind of the when and the where and the how. You know what I'm saying? We could be walking and you could just, you know, grab my hand and just acknowledge me like, hey, I'm here with you. And that may be, for some people, that's everything. That's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you in the kitchen cooking and you sweating, they come wipe your forehead. That could be everything for you. You just never know what that thing is for people. But I think that physical touch sometimes, I think sometimes people automatically think of the negative, which are the people who are overly physically aggressive. Um, Not that we know anybody personally like that.
Right. You bugging. All right, look, so check this out. So whenever you bugging. Hey yo, so listen, whenever I think about that though, right? You know, when it comes to physical touch, right? You know, but then again though, like you said, Kev, you don't like nobody touching you. But in reverse, do you like the touch if that's her love language? Because like I said, you know, it's a thin line. And I mean, as much as we like I said, we could simplify the things that we like within these. But when it comes down to what is it that you're willing to do for the other person, like we already know it's a guy out here that'll pay another dude to come bang his wife out. So we're not gonna go that far. We know that people out do a lot of things for a person that they say that they love and they care about. You get what I'm saying? That was their love language. Bring another dude in.
That
You get
wasn't
what
that
I'm
was even one of
I-
them. See,
No,
I don't
no.
like that. Now
which
you
love
messing.
language is that?
Physical
That was
touch.
even
That
a
is
love
physical
language.
touch
That
and
was a
acts of service.
No, it wasn't.
There were places that he wasn't physically touching. And he had to call.
the damn pig with an act of service.
No, it wasn't one of them situations. That was one of those money
To
place
a gift,
situations.
to a
What?
gift, to a
Yeah.
gift. He
No.
doubled.
That was
Either
gifts. Yeah, that was
either
gifts
way,
too.
the technicality is you know neither here nor there. I'm just saying like we know people will go to a certain extent for somebody is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But when it's uncomfortable for you, right? When a thing is uncomfortable for you, like you said, Kev, you don't like to be touched, so it's uncomfortable. Your skin crawl. It's a level of I got to get to know a person before I can let them all in my personal space. I bet, but then that's you on the other hand. Now, when it comes to the person, then what? Do you deny them that particular portion of themselves without you because that's not something that you do? Or is that enough of one of the love languages that will separate a person? Because I know
um
you said it ain't, but I mean, like, it is a
I
big one.
mean, can I say this, Ellen? Let me say this. I feel on you. I just don't want you to feel on me.
right.
You know
Stop
what I
doing it.
mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's cool if that's a rule, but I'm saying
I
if
know. I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's like okay. My husband. That's one of his love languages is physical touch. You know what I mean? And he like to be touched on and feel sucked on and stuff. But you know, I feel on him, but don't feel on me too much. You know what I mean? Just to know. You know.
okay. Well, I
It's
mean, compromise is everything, right? Compromise is
Yeah, but
everything.
I mean, but if that, but that's his. Like you just asked. That's what I'm saying. It's in reverse. That's his love language. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like,
It's
I
not
don't think,
mine. That's
well,
his.
yeah, in a sense, it is a compromise. I say it because it's a compromise because you don't technically or personally like to do it. But I think that when we're speaking innocence in relationship, whether marriage, friendship, or whatever the case is, the basis of the term love languages is very simple. I'm not even gonna get into it. So I don't think, like, I think it may be troubling at first, especially if you're not comfortable with doing it. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing because my whole thing is if you're willing to pour into me, I'm gonna pour into you. Like it's not, sometimes it's not about what you want to do per se, because you may not necessarily like to do it because of traumatic events. You may not like to do it for a shitload of reasons, but it won't
Right.
necessarily kill you to show your partner that you're willing to step outside of yourself,
Gotcha.
understand perspective. Like I always say, when you compromise, it ain't no little shit like, oh, I don't like to be touched, but that's not a compromise for me. A compromise for me when it comes to relationship is about perspective, because that's one thing that people fail to do, which is why people aren't in a bunch of healthy relationships or even successful relationships. So I feel in a sense of that, like it's not really like, oh, how far would I go to please my person? It's more so of if I know this is going to fill your bucket, whereas you're going to be able to return the favor, like not like, hey, like, oh, I do for you, you do for me, like not like that. But when you pour into somebody, those that know, those that get it, y'all get it. But when you pour into somebody, it should be fulfilling. Like it should be fulfilling that you're that person that can do that for your person. Like I don't know, it's just different. Like it's not like a
Yeah.
friend. Like, oh,
That's
maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. It's like, this is my man. Like, what's gonna make my man
good.
happy? What's gonna keep my man
Yeah,
like? So yeah, I don't know.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly because that that regardless, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find a place in you to feel like, yo, you know what, this ain't me, but because this person does this right here for me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna step outside myself. I'm gonna either go learn about it. I'm gonna go try to get some little educate, like even if it's something that I don't do, like yo, like you know what I'm saying. For a long time, it's like if you are a person that like I said, like if you like surprises, if you like gifts, like a person like me, I tell it. So it's like a surprise is gonna be like, oh my bad, I can't even hold it. Yo, look, this is where we going. Like, nah, know what I'm saying? My bad, yo. Like, yo, listen, I done got this going like 2-3 weeks ago. My bad, you know what I mean? Or whatever. But I'm saying I agree with you, CJ. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to the love languages, because like what you are or the love language that you possess, that's who you are. But once you enter it in with another person, you definitely gotta make sure that you can match energy. You
Facts.
may not be able to match love language based on the fact that this is what I subscribe to, but you gotta match energy, because if you do not, it leaves room for a person. You innately, your desire is whatever your love language is. Because, like you said earlier, T, it's nature. It has nothing to do with what you get up and think about in the morning. Who you are is who you are, man. Like if it got to be already in you. It makes me think of so many different things when we think about that phrase. Like it can't be on you; it got to be in you, yo. Like
Facts.
being solid is in you. That ain't something that you could pick up. You can't go to night school for that shit, man. You gotta
Right. Go to night school for that. You
you know
can't
what
go to
I'm
night
saying? You
school.
cannot go to night school for that solid shit to be in you. So when you solid and you stand on a certain principle and people do not meet you at your language, you will leave room. And I hate for people to really walk around here with it shouldn't be. I don't know why people have this it shouldn't be attitude. If you are taking the time to get to know this person that you are opposite of, you have some decisions you gotta make. Like, I don't want to hear all this other shit. Like, if you like gifts, like if you're a person that like gifts and you know that you got a hustler, then my God, you better get him some sales. Like,
I
don't be
mean, I think the
no,
thing
no, hold
about the
on.
love
I'm
language.
trying to cut real quick though. I'm saying, like, yo, listen, you
Okay,
gotta get
share.
that's what you want. If this is your person, like, yo, I don't care if he got an online store. Don't sit around here and act like, yo, fam, give me, yo, this is one of my you see he doing that? All right, how he getting the money? And you ask yourself that? Like, yo, let's figure it out. But that's where it comes into play. Even when it ain't about sex, physical touch, like Kev said, yo, you wiping the sweat off somebody's forehead, that's an act of service and physical touch. That's a double up. And you could be thinking about the fact that you don't want no sweat in your spaghetti, because you know, you wouldn't be able to tell, like the salt.
Ain't gonna be no sweat.
No salting.
Gonna be no sweat, baby. I mean, a little sour.
Right when I'm hot. You know?
Be a little sour.
But you just never know. So that's what I'm saying. Well, I agree with you, C Double, because yo, like I said, yo, you got choices you gotta make when you get in certain situations with people. Because if you're not willing to match that energy, I'm just saying, yo, you went for a little ride. So, Meek, what you think, yo? Because we got to go to quality time next. So, because you know, that's another one that's big.
What are we talking about? Oh, physical touch.
You know what? Never mind. You know what?
Yeah.
It took me a second. Okay.
Where the little tap dancing dude at? Go on.
Yeah, he said, Sandman, come get her off the stage.
Yeah.
Y'all went around for a minute. I forgot what we was talking about for a second. But physical touch ain't big for me. I mean, if that's big for somebody else, I don't mind doing it. But yeah, I'm not a touchy-feely type of gal myself.
Okay.
That's it? All right,
that's it.
All right, yeah.
The point.
Keep moving. Let's go.
My quality time matters.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Wrap that shit up, B. Let's go. What's next?
Yo, don't worry about it. Yo. Like, listen, I'll touch you, fam. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? All right, you get it. All right. Quality time, man. Quality time. All right, yo, now listen. Quality time. Now that's important, I think, because there are different ways that people value time. There's different ways that people value time, yo. And I believe, you know, a lot of times quality time gets misconstrued by the other person's thought process, especially if that's their love language. Because the person will look at quality time having to be the way that they see it versus the way that the other person is that they're with. It's the match. That's what I'm saying. Are you willing? So for y'all, before we get into that, quality time, what are some things to y'all that will be considered quality time? Is quality time any one of y'all's love language?
I love quality time.
It would be.
Yeah.
The fuck is. Yeah, I like quality time.
I did. My thing is, time is so precious. Time is important. You don't get time back. Like, time is one of, like, you can spend money, you can go through money, you can touch millions of dollars in your lifetime. You could touch a dollar, lose it, get it right back. But time, that shit means something. So when you giving me quality time, you taking the time out your day where you can feel like it's so much of a more important shit in the world to do, or just whatever the case is, to take the time to spend with me. And we don't even gotta be spending no money. We can sit down and have a conversation. We can sit down and watch a show and yell at the screen all day. Like, we can, it don't even matter, but quality time, you speaking my language, baby.
And that's a fact. What y'all think? Y'all come on. What's up, Kev? What you thinking, y'all?
I was actually kind of interested in hearing what everybody considers to be quality time. Because it kind of goes back to a person not really understanding your love language. You know, maybe me making a date on Friday nights and we at the movies. I'm thinking, hey, I done set aside this time for you. Here we are watching the movie. And for you, that might not be quality time. You might want to do something more intimate, non-sexual, but more intimate. Maybe me sitting and watching your favorite TV show with you is your definition of quality time. You know, me sitting here getting a pedicure with you or something might be your idea of me spending quality time, because it's me getting to know your innermost self versus
Yes.
the, you know, the self that you portray. So I was kind of waiting to hear those things so I could respond to that.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead, y'all. What's going on? What's up, me?
Yeah, for me, quality time, going for a walk, watching a movie, watching a show, some stand-up comedy or some shit. Um, just simple things. Nothing like dates are cool or whatever, as long as it's in a place that we can talk. Like, I don't want to spend time with you at the bar or something. You know, like I want to be able to still talk to you. Okay.
Ellie. Ellie.
It's stupid.
They got issues, yeah. They got issues.
Ellie.
They got,
Hey,
Okay, Kat, good question.
all right, well, we gonna get to me. Listen, I'm gonna get to me. I'm gonna
Okay,
get to
yes,
me.
good question.
probably saving the best for last. So, you
So,
know,
Brad, I'm gonna get to me. I mean, y'all
you know,
should be picking it up by the way I'm cooking over here. But I'm gonna get to me. But go ahead, yo. Country T. Go ahead. What you thinking?
Like what CJ said, she put in a different perspective for me, actually. I never thought about it like that, as far as time. I mean, time is short, but for that part of it, it's like, dang, that's true. Or whatever. And it's like, once again, that's my husband's other love language, quality time, physical touch. And y'all know, if I'm at a show, he at the show. If I'm taping, he picking me up, you know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
he works 6 days a week, co-owns a business. So when he, had worked a 12-hour shift and he come and he supporting me in his work uniform, and you know
Oh,
what I mean? You know,
I
I
love
bet.
like
it.
that's it.
I bet. So now this is what I think about quality
CJ,
time.
you crazy.
Cause I love that. Like that be warming my heart. You know I love you just like that. But you know I fuck with your husband. I love you, but you know I fuck with your husband. Won't play that. Gotta be careful with your words. You know I fuck with that man. You know I do.
Yeah, he's dope, yeah. He's dope. He's dope. He's
Right.
my guy, yeah. But yeah, I think a lot of times, like what you said, Kev, everybody has a different perspective of quality time. And what I think is people's perspectives get taken for granted. Because I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times what people don't understand is that if you have a certain purpose in life or something like that, you got to technically make time. They say when the things are important to you, you make time for those things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, I have been in my life, there's been a lot of people who don't take the time that I make for them and count that as quality time because it's not the time that they particularly want. But then when they look at the timeline, I never get a question of how you do all that. Like when do you get the time to do all that? What don't you see happening in the background? What you don't see? What traveling you don't see is going on? What meetings you don't see? What organization? What writing you don't see? Like what do you don't see? Like so then so I always look at quality time as a thing where I can't necessarily say that it's a love language of mine that is one of the high ones. It's one of the ones that I love to give to people though, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because for me, if I would love like even if it comes down to something that I'm doing, if a person would, you know, just be somewhere I'm doing. Like if I had something, take the money from me at the door, or like you know what I'm saying, share a couple of posts, like
Mm-hmm.
yo, take a picture in this shirt for me. Put I that to me, that's like, yo, thank you. Or like coming somewhere where I'm doing like that's for me. So like I'll take that. It's not something that I would necessarily need because I'm gonna go do it regardless. But I'd appreciate that. But when a person says that is something that they desire, I make time and I figure it out. And then and when that's not appreciated, then I have to
Not touch.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was rocking with you for a minute, Rob. I'm about to start singing
I have to,
quality time with
With
you.
you.
Hey,
I have
and
to
then
I'm not gonna lie, I have to readjust because I purposely do that. I'm gonna purposely do that.
yeah,
And when it's not enough, or when it seems like that's not it, because it's not what this person is particularly in this, like, damn, yo. So I like quality time as a love language. I do. I just wish people respected it in all
Mm-hmm.
perspectives and not just looked at it from their perspective. Now, if that was something that we can all do, then quality time would be something that nobody would take for granted because life is too short. We act like because we go to work every day, we can come home every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta
And we
give me
supposed to
if
come home.
I get them 2 3 hours, yo, give me them 2 3 hours. Don't be looking for Saturday too. I got something to do. But we gotta make it work. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like
Mm-hmm.
quality time, it has to be respected in a perspective. We cannot walk around here thinking that, yo, we just gonna be able to float by thinking that it's gonna just be about us. No, I'm gonna make time. I'm gonna make time for these people. Now, when it's time for me to do what I gotta do, I just need that respect.
I think that's a good point. And that's funny because at the end of this, I was going to kind of touch on like people who have love languages. I think what people confuse is their trauma response to things and them thinking that whatever they love language is they love language, but in actuality,
Mm-hmm.
it's the response to trauma. Like people that do stuff like that, like my whole thing is in a relationship, I get it, respect it. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to, not like I'm not trying to spend 24 hours with you, but if you got goals and y'all, still got hustle and all this other stuff, you got to understand time going to be towards other stuff. Of course, when you want your time, I'm going to put that on Front Street. I'm going to make that time and I'm going to make sure that I give you everything you need within that time. Yes. But to demand my time on every single second of the day, it's more of a trauma response because what you got abandonment issues, like the same thing with
Mm-hmm.
gift giving. Like a lot of people, for some people, for certain people, very, very small. It could be a very small percentage. Y'all don't cancel me, not just yet. But sometimes when they begin their heads knocked off in relationships, whether it's a man or female, it don't matter. Sometimes in response, they know that giving a gift to shut you up or give you that shiny toy is going to reset you. Whereas I'm able to then start, able to do that shit again. So it just depends. And I think that was a very important point that you brought up because some people responded in trauma versus actually understanding. So I fuck with that perspective. Carry on.
Right.
Or can you use it in the other way, like you said, not even just I'm gonna go upside your head, but I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna give you gifts. I'm gonna buy you shoes. I'm gonna buy you clothes. I'm gonna
that toxic
co-sign
shit.
on this.
Love
I'm gonna
bombing.
co-sign on this car. I'm gonna co-sign on this car for you. You know what I mean? And then eventually I'm gonna throw it up in your face. I bought you a car. You know what I mean? I bought
Right.
your kids Christmas. You know, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You'll definitely you'll hear that. What you was gonna say, Karen?
Like on a lighter note, like because this got a little heavy for me. Um, ladies, um, so quality time. We back to this quality time thing, right? Why do women get so offended when we ask you like, well, what do you want to do?
Because sometimes if you know, and this is about knowing your person, if you know that I like quality time, and most of the time I'm always planning everything. If you're asking me what you want to do, you not listening, you not paying attention, you just going with the flow because I'm asking you to do this, or because you feel like this is what you're supposed to do in a relationship. When you put thought behind it, it shows a different line of appreciation. Like it's levels to that shit. Like you can't just go with the motion because that's what she said. She need to know that you care and you give a fuck. And it may not even be nothing big, but if you say, hey, get dressed, fuck it, we going to the movie, just anything. It's something she knows. She ride with that shit all because she know that you put thought behind it. Because you're not asking her, all right, it's quality time. What you want to do? Like now I'm giving you your time. What you want to do? You may not be even carrying that type of demeanor or that mentality, but because you're not putting thought behind it in her quality time, yeah. The same thing with physical touch. you don't want your girl showing up, and because she know your love language is physical touch, whether it's intimacy, sexual intimacy, like coming like, all right, we got our time, like, come on, because she just going with the flow versus her actually going up and beyond to appease you while trying to also show your love language. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right,
that'd
right.
be the reason why.
All right. I can dig that. Anybody else want to any other ladies want to answer that question before we get into it?
Well, I got ADHD, so me trying to figure out something and I feel like I'm on a time crunch, then I get anxious. So that's why I don't like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Different
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I mean, you
My
know
mind
you.
gets overstimulated too quick, so I can't. If I've been doing, I work 17 jobs, y'all. So and then I got ugly
I
ass kids
don't
I
get
take care of all
time.
day. So yeah, so if I then now have to figure out like what the fuck I want to do with my
Yeah, it's
afternoon,
like
I
meet
can't.
me halfway, like meet me somewhere, like you gotta,
You
so
can literally say, "Hey, we going here." I'm like, "All right, word."
boom.
Like I wouldn't even
See,
care. Like
see,
we out, let's go. Yeah. I don't have to
it
think about
just
it.
Well, that goes back to like I said, perspective, right? The one thing
Hmm.
in relationships that most people get wrong is trying to understand a person's perspective. Now, love languages fall into that because it's all about personality and it's all about perspective. But when you all tie all that in, and then the love languages is like that thing in between. You get what I'm saying? It's like these little pieces of glue in between other nuances that creates a relationship. Because, like I said, everybody has to be in some type of harmony if you want that to work, because harmony is what allows a person to be free enough to give another person a love language quality that they pretty much is not part of them. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, it will out, yo, when you doing other things that that your partner really appreciates, they gonna go out their way to give you your thing. If I would hope so. You get what I'm saying? I would hope so. And that's the only thing that I can honestly say for anybody out there that's watching right now. Like when it come down to it, like people have to take the time to get to know their partners in a way where it's some things going to be self-sacrificing and some things are going to have to be based on perspective. We can't walk around here thinking that it's about us. It's about you, but it is about us, not you,
Hmm.
not me, but us. So then, how do we balance it out in the middle? And it got to be something that you can deal with, not something that you should feel like should change a person. And I think that's where it goes wrong. People say, "Oh, now you here, you should be different now." It's like, so now you're this, so you should not do this no more. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yo, that ain't how that go. That doesn't go that way. That doesn't change. That's why I said when it comes down to love language, it's not based on your person. It's based on who the hell you are as a person. You just happen to figure it out when you with some damn body. Once y'all realize you probably with the wrong or the right person, we all have exes. So we know what the hell that was like. Shit. We wouldn't have no examples if we didn't have exes.
Facts.
Hmm.
You
True.
get what I'm saying? We wouldn't even know what our love languages was if we ain't have exes. That's why we ain't with certain people no more. Because what? Some shit wasn't getting met. And that's a
Yeah.
finished fact. And it might, I don't know, whatever a person's top love languages is. Because to me, all of them encompasses everybody. I don't care. They might say, yo, this one more than the other and all that other shit. I get it. But for me, all of them is mine. Be kind of real with you, yo. Every last one of them is mine, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it all makes sense to me. Let's think about words of affirmation. Now, what more does a person who actually gets up each and every day with a purpose and a person watches them do that not want to hear every now and then, yo, listen, you got this shit, yo. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Or when a nigga sitting,
Yes,
you
you
know,
say
or
yeah.
nigga, you know,
Hmm.
at a laptop, or if you see it, or if it's a long ass drive because the nigga is coming from a couple of states or some shit. Like if you know what kind of mission that person is on, you know what I'm saying? And yet you just, every now and then just let that person know, like, listen, I see you, you got this words of affirmation. So I cannot say like, as because how many of us we talk about so many different things on this podcast, and one thing that we did talk about that was kind of a little bit more serious was when people physically, well, no, when they're not emotionally intelligent when it comes to men and women, and then there's physical abuse that's involved. And
Mhm.
then we all came down to that one position. Like, how many times did we grow up hearing that our parents tell us that they love us? Now we all tell our children that we do. Now we do. But I'm saying, like, remember, each and every one of us was up here besides you, T, because I know you wasn't up here. Well, Country T, I got, you wasn't
I
up here
got
on
you.
that show when we did that. But yeah, each and every one of us, we remember, like, yo, nah, my mom ain't really, or my dad ain't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same here.
But a word of okay, I bet. So, but we understand how that affected each and every one of us in some type of way. Words of affirmation mean something to each and every one of us, regardless if you feel like it's your top or not. That's why I say all of these motherfuckers is me. Because I can honestly say that no, I'm gonna still keep going. You know how you pour your cup, you know how your cup get empty, you know what I'm saying? You know what you do, you go right back to the joint and fill your own shit back up.
Mhm.
But we're not gonna stay empty. You know what I mean? But damn, can you imagine if somebody come every now and then and just pour a little bit in your cup for you? Like, yo, here, yo, I got you. I see what you're doing out here in these streets. So words of affirmation, what do y'all think?
I
Tell me
already
what
told you. You buy me food and tell me I'm pretty. We in there.
You did say that.
you did say that.
She did.
She
She
definitely
did.
said.
It should be on a t-shirt. Like
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, I put that
Give
on.
me food and tell me I'm pretty, and I'm
Mm,
happy.
I'm happy.
we
Life
in there.
is good. I know, right? She's so
You want
sincere.
to be, want to be appreciated because I think, like you said earlier, Kev, like yo, when the stuff that I do, I like taking out the trash and all that other stuff. I don't need kudos. I don't need nobody to pat me on my back saying, "Yo, doing some shit that I'm supposed to do." Like I'm good
Till it's
on that.
time to do it.
But damn, yo, saying that you recognize it, knowing that it's somebody out here in a relationship right now taking out the trash, and I pull up to the gas station mad times, and it's the chick pumping her own gas, yo. And the
with a dude
dude
sitting in the car.
like
Get her.
this,
What
the dude in a car like this,
what they do that?
flexing. She out there pumping. So now, like
Mhm.
people act like a lot of things that happen to them is normal, is regular. Yo, like listen, when you got somebody that put in that work for you, and you think that's normal for you, then all right, let's see. You gotta pull up. Sometimes you gotta pull up. You'll see. Like this shit ain't normal, yo. Like a lot of
Ain't
things that
normal.
people have,
Hmm.
a lot of things that people get as considered whatever part of their love language that they get, that's intentional. When a person intentionally tries to appreciate your love language for who it is, and you don't appreciate them, the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And you think that things ain't gonna change, it'll change. It doesn't matter. Like I get it. Whatever. All of the love languages have to be me because you at some point you're gonna have to adopt each and every one of them for any relationship. Where's the affirmation for your children? For a fact. For
Hmm.
a motherfucking fact. So if that ain't you, you better figure it out. You better start finding some little. You better Google. I don't know. Call Mika. Mika got a whole bunch of stuff she put in books for people, quotes, whatever. Go to
Quotes
the
or whatever.
Go to Al Ace,
Affirmation.
Walmart. Go. You know what I'm saying? Get you some affirmations, but you better figure it
Yes,
out.
I ate at Walmart.
You understand what I'm saying? If you don't, because what your little girl, what happened when your daughter get out there and some little boy start telling her some stuff he learned from his big brother?
Yep, and you
I
didn't
ain't
tell
stop playing with me, yo. I'm trying to tell y'all, I ain't got room to miss one of these joints, yo. I got to figure them all out. But anyway, what y'all think? Come on, I
them.
ain't
But
going on. Words of affirmation. Do y'all feel like it's important? Do y'all think it's not? Is that one of y'all love languages?
I feel like that's important. That's important.
it's
We
I mean, yeah, it's important. I need it. Come on.
like, I can live without it. No, it's important because, like you say, even if it's not like you said, a relationship, so that has no boundaries. If we talking about it in all, if you want to really be technical, so yeah, if you got kids, like you may not necessarily want to do it, but if there's something they need, like You better learn how to talk nice to a motherfucker. Like, what the fuck be wrong? What be wrong with having shit that niggas be asking for? Dude, what be the problem? I just
How
want to
you
know.
gonna say talk nice and then right after that, what the fuck?
Because I'm trying to figure something out. Like, you should want to make your partner feel good. You should want to make people feel good. Like,
I
That
mean,
is true though.
you'd be
Yeah, like why
surprised.
won't you be peaceful? Like I don't understand why. Yeah, like why
You'd
you
be
don't want to be somebody peace, honey?
right,
Nah,
Like why?
nah.
Because then if people don't want to be around you, so why don't you
right.
want people around you?
Because you got people who only are concerned about their love language. Long as you're doing what they want you to do, they're happy. They can't understand that what it happens for you. They can't do it.
We
It's
say,
like
oh,
so contradictory,
go
huh?
ahead. I'm sorry. I
Go
said
ahead.
I'm
No, what you-
sorry, but I mean, like we call it love language, but let's call it what it really is. It's being evenly yoked.
Mm.
Evenly yoked, period. You know what I mean? Because whether you're in love or you're loved, you gotta like the person too. You gotta like them.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, can I like this dude? Can we kick it? Can we laugh about certain things? Can we look at each other across the room and know it's time to go? You know what I mean? Like, do we like each other? Because in order to love him, I've had to have liked him, right? So I
Right.
have to keep liking him.
Gotcha. That's a good way to look
So
at it. That's
You
I have to
gotta
be
like them
evenly yoked.
forever. Like it's
Yeah,
a forever
forever.
thing. It's like,
Yeah, you gotta
yeah,
like him forever. Ever,
right.
ever.
forever.
Ever, ever. Ever,
Yeah.
ever.
No. That's a good point. I mean, that's a great point because you're right. You gotta like because even when you get mad, it's got to be something that'll be like, all right, you know what I mean? Come and bring it back because that's my, I mean, it's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's my dog.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean? However
He
you
brings
look
me
at
food. He tells me I'm pretty.
it, yeah,
Yeah, the important things.
yeah,
I gotta come back. I gotta circle the block.
yeah. He tell you to roll. He tell you roll over on your stomach when you're snoring and shit. Like
Yeah,
roll over on your stomach.
considerate, very
You know
considerate.
Here's a chapstick in your overnight bag. Here you go, baby.
what I'm saying? Yo, give me that food line bag, yo. Here, man. You spinning that bag. You ain't gonna walk around with that. But nah,
Yeah,
but for
man.
real, you got
You buy you a
and then
case
after that,
spade.
that's a gift and an act of service. You know what I mean?
Right, you buy you a case spade.
And
And
it's
get
a
cake
word
and
of
tote bag.
affirmation because I'm telling you, like, yo, you ain't never gonna have to use another food line bag again. That's a word of affirmation.
That's security right there. That gives
Right,
you
right.
security.
That's a whole nother love language.
And kind of think about it. It's physical touch too, because we give you the hug when we give you the new bag.
Oh, for our birthday.
Yo, listen, that might be a regular day. Might be a regular day. But like I said, words of affirmation. Now, like what you said, CJ, you say, yo, in a technical term, yeah, for your kids or for whoever, you know what I mean, your partners, your whoever. But I'm saying it in the sense of like what Tamika said, when you like somebody, when they're your friend, you gonna motivate your friend. Like you want your friend to be successful. Yes, that's your partner, but is that your friend? If that's your friend, you want them to be successful because when your other friends got businesses and all these other things, you go to support them. You go
Hmm.
to the super classes, you buy the little bum ass products and be in here throwing up. You do
That
all the other.
nasty ass tea.
You know what I mean? And you do that for your people because you supporting them because what? That's your friend and you want them to succeed. So in the sense of the person that you with, why you gotta have that same energy as well. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, I can't tell people what to do, but I'm thinking like in the sense of what Tamika said, you know, equally yoked. You know what I mean? So equally yoked. That's a term that people really, they kind of correlate that with church or religion and stuff like that. But then the yoke part, like evenly yoked, like remember, like what is the yoke? The yoke is separated from the white. So if you equally yoked, that means you together. Like, come on, yo. Let me not get out here because I
You
ain't got
know
one.
he got it. Yeah.
I ain't got one of those powers,
I
yo.
was like trying to follow, but my brain started going.
I
He
was
about
right
to
there.
preach.
I
He
was
about
about
to
to say,
preach on them.
I need
He
one of
about
them
to
little
preach on
robes,
them.
bro. Like, listen, I
He's
need
about,
one of them little robes and a
he's
little
about to take up a collection on us, won't he?
Young blood. I was gonna send the Cash App around for collections.
Out of nowhere, I done seen a kufi pop on his head.
Right.
Because we ain't land on Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock.
Landed
the Nina and the Pinto and the whatchamacallit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, go get my sheets. Go get my sheets. They about to be on the floor. Go get my sheets.
Oh, cracking.
Yeah, yo, because you know, like I said, man, it's a thing, man. I think that it's really important, y'all. Come on, man. Like we could, like, I know for us, we've all been through different situations in our lives where we could pretty much say, like, we pretty much know ourselves by now. You know, at these big old ages that we are, we pretty much know ourselves and we know what we like and we don't like. It's not a thing for us to really be able to tell somebody that. The problem is that when it comes to the things that we do like, let that simmer in that. Let's not worry about what we don't like. All right, look, I don't like onions, you do. All right, who cares? All right, let's put that over there. But what about when it comes to the things that the person does like? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to go sit through an opera when you know that ain't your thing? Will you do that? Now, will this person come to you with at a hockey game, knowing that good and well you can't even skate, but you want to go? Like, these are the type of things that it come with what we talking about, compromise, because it's quality time. It may not be the person's version of quality time, but that's what that is. And you'd be surprised how somebody say, yo, no, it wasn't that because you didn't do it on Saturday. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it wasn't Saturday. I wanted to do this Saturday, not Wednesday. Like, all right, damn. And it's a lot of people because we all got friends, and I talk to a lot. Like, you know, people will come in and talk to you, man, and they tell you shit, and I be sitting there like, damn, B, word. Like, you going through that? Like, yo, damn. And it's weird because, you know, you can't really give nobody no advice. You can't, you know, relationship advice. Like, yo, you got to deal, like, whatever you got to deal with. Like, long as you don't talk about hurting yourself. Like, if you talk about hurting yourself, that's a whole totally different conversation now. We got to talk.
Or hurting them.
I was thinking that too. I was like, or, you know.
That too. But, you know, people going to hurt somebody else. They don't ever tell nobody that. They just go home and do it. When they going to hurt themselves, they always want somebody to know, because, you know, they scared of shit. They don't really want to kill themselves.
Yeah, I ain't about that life. Like, I really not at all about that life. I'm too scared. I'm too scared to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
If it happens, it was a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, somebody did it, or somebody else did it. They tried to set me up. They set me up.
I ain't got the balls to do it. I ain't gonna. I love me. I love me.
Right.
For me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But
I might kill them, but me.
Now, we know. Now, before I go, I just want to say this. Listen, I'm not making fun of anybody that may have a family member or anything that has really committed suicide. Let me just say that we're not making fun of suicide.
No, we're not. No. That's
we
not
making
what
fun of how cowardly we are. I'm
afraid.
Yeah, we're speaking from the fact of the difference between when people do actually say they're gonna do something negative. They'll tell another person that they'll do something to themselves before they tell that they're gonna do something to somebody. And then if they do tell they're gonna do something to somebody else, they normally doing it on social media now.
Now,
and see, that's premeditated. See, they ain't smart. They stupid. You gotta keep that up here. It's between you and Jesus. It's just between you and Jesus. Yeah, because then it's premeditated. It's a crime of passion if you don't say nothing to nobody.
Yep. I walked in on it.
Yeah.
That wasn't the point, Nico.
I was gonna pull this back a little bit. Like,
everybody going down.
Y'all wilding.
Everybody going down.
We spitting facts. We giving them some education. They may not know. They may not know that you can't tell people because then it's a different charge. They don't know that. We trying to help them out.
Yo, me.
We are not authorized to give legal advice. The views expressed on this show
are those.
I learned it from Law and Order. I learned it from Law and Order. I got it from.
Right. To all the premeditated criminals, we want to let y'all know you cannot use this tape as evidence saying that we gassed y'all up. You will not. I'm putting this disclaimer in here too. Tamika has gave y'all a way to do. No, we're not doing that. But
Neither one.
we know.
We said it.
We know you just saying me. We know. All right.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
anyway, we did not want to give you all that information, but y'all got it. All right, y'all got some legal jargon. I don't know how, but you got it. But listen,
You're welcome.
we want to be clear though. Like I said, when it comes down to all of these love languages, I like I said, I get it. Everybody has their top whatever, but at some point, for you to be successful in a relationship, I'm quite sure you're gonna have to master all 5 of them.
True.
When CJ said a couple of shows ago when she was talking about when it comes to being a pretty woman and being outside and dealing with men that approach you for communication, whether it's like, yo, let me get your phone number, let me do whatever, and then when you turn them down, it turns into a negativity, argument, blah 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 blah. Oh, now you got to go through a bunch of drama. And she was like, nah, stroke the ego. Oh, hey, oh, you want my number? Oh, not me. What you doing with my number? You want my number? All right, bet. Hey, yeah, let me get my number. Get the number they call. Oh, yeah, this you. All right, bet. All right, hit me later. All right, bet. As soon as she gets 20 feet
Bye.
away, blah, blah, blah. But that's a thing about understanding, like, what it is that you may have to do to survive in a way. And I think, like what you said, Country T, about peace. Peace is about survival. Like you got to learn how to, like that's part of surviving. Like learning how to be peaceful, learning how to find a way to always find peace, not
You know
discord.
something that was the funniest thing? It was funny at the same time. I don't know if y'all watch Love and Hip Hop, but I was watching Love and Hip Hop, right? And Gunplay, out of all people, said something that kind of put it in perspective. You know, he was beefing with your boy DJ Envy, right? And
Right, right.
he said, "Do you understand the violence it took to be this calm?"
Facts. I seen the episode.
Wow.
That was some real shit. That was some real shit.
Mm,
And I
wow.
was like, "Yeah, I do."
Facts.
Facts.
That's what I said. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Like I
So
get
okay,
it.
you know, but that just piggybacks off of what you said. That's all I was
No, nah, dead ass. When you put it in that, like that, you can't get no plainer than that, too, right? Like,
saying.
and to the point. Like, you don't understand how much violence it took for me to be this calm, yo. For me to be who you see in front of you, like, you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people always say that they love who you are, but they don't know who you really are. Like, you know, because they don't know where you've been. So love language is important, and I think at some point people have to get out of themselves and understand, like, yo, listen, I know my top 3 may be this out of all 5. You know what I mean? But you better master every last one of them, because if you're not, your relationships are not going to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
True
it's
that.
just the truth. It ain't no other way around it. It's not no, oh, you supposed to be and you should. That don't work. It don't work. Like Country T said, yo, love is one thing, but if I don't like you, like, yo, what are you talking about? Yo, we got mad people in our family that we love, but we don't like them. Like,
Mm.
Facts.
what makes
Haven't
you
talked to
think
my dad in 5 years. I don't like that nigga.
you love
Like
him?
him.
I'm sure you love him. I'm sure
I
you love
love him.
him.
And I told him that. I told him I love him, but I don't like him.
Yeah, you go.
It's real.
And so that is a thing. It's really a thing. Love ain't enough. You gotta be in. You gotta be
Love
in
is
that. Like
never enough.
you gotta be in that shit. Like yo, it gotta be all the way around. So like I said, no matter what love language that you profess, you have to learn them all. You gotta master them all 5. You gotta master them all because at some point, in order to give, in order to receive, you gotta give. I mean, that's what they say, yo. I don't know. I mean,
In order to get something, you gotta give something. In
hey,
order to be something, You gotta go through something. Come on,
Yeah.
now. Be a cook in the kitchen, the lady in the street. Make sure you think to every guy you meet.
Yo, but listen, it's facts, right? It's facts. You can't like real love out here though, yo. But like I said, man, love language is something that I wanted to talk about tonight because I felt like it's important. Because I think that, like I said, people taking a lot of things for granted when it comes to that. People
Mm-hmm.
have to stop looking at their version of a love language and understand your partner. Realize that if that's who these people are, you got to make a decision for yourself whether you're willing to deal with this or not. Because it comes to the fact that you're going to have to deal with things anyway when it comes to your children. Now, I only bring up children a lot when it comes down to this because, like, think about it. The only difference between your children and your person, should be the physical part.
Mm-hmm.
But you got everything else for your kids. What I'm talking about, every last one of them, acts of service gifts. You got to pick them up. You got to put them down. You got to give them quality time, and you got to give them words of affirmation. So the fact that people walk around here talking about what their love languages are and not incorporating all of them is just whack to me. I just don't say nothing. I just allow it because like it's a personality thing. But at some point, you got to master it all, and then you have to incorporate that with your person too. Not turn it off. Like now, I got another person, so let me turn off these other two now. Now I got three. But
Mm-hmm.
remember, the 80-20 rule comes from love languages, y'all. Just so y'all know. You know what I'm saying?
80-20.
It comes from love languages. So if you're 20 and you're 80%, I know a lot of people talking about, yo, how you going to not mess with somebody that's 80%? Listen, they could be 80% of everything else, but if the 20%, my top two, I'm missing the best parts of me. You can't be yourself with people who are not willing to accept you for who you are. How can you really be yourself? So love languages, I don't know. I get it. Everybody got their pick, they got their choice because they are choices. Have them, have at it. But if you wanted to be successful, I guarantee you're gonna have to master all of them. But I digress. You do what y'all want to out there. What y'all think, man? Before we get out of here, y'all think anything else y'all want to say about love languages? Because we still got time, but what y'all think? Anything else? Because all of them kind of go together.
What you been drinking? Like?
Yeah.
I think it was. Yo, and you know what, though? I don't
You
even know if
feeling
it's
pretty today?
like you think I feel that way? No, I've been thinking one. Hey, yo, I've been
You
drinking
talking about
wine.
love languages, feeling pretty as hell today.
I ain't been drinking no liquor the last few shows, man. I've been drinking wine and shit, yo. Word up.
Like a bad bitch.
Trying to be stop.
Now that's our bad bitch.
You said
Now that's
what?
our bad bitch. Now like our bad bitch.
Oh, what? Listen, I'm trying to get up in the morning with ease, yo.
You definitely about to get up with ease in the morning.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Word up. Don't be like
He's about to
that.
put on his. He's about to put on his nightie tonight.
He's mumming.
Put on
Shit,
your red dress.
man.
And some of that sweet perfume.
Now I gonna make me take a shot before I go to bed.
You gonna have to reel it back in, bro. Like
Yeah. You gotta take a shot and do 14 push-ups.
diamond
That
push-ups
many.
at
He
that.
can't do that
You know what
many.
I'm saying?
You know
Yo,
he
me,
can't do that many.
yo, stop hating me. You know I'm going to
Stop
Ninja
playing.
Warriors. Don't hate. I can do 14 push-ups.
I said you gotta take a shot and 14. That's it. You gotta do both.
I got
Yeah.
14
He
in
can't
me.
do that many.
Yeah, I got 14 in me. Tamika, don't do that. I got 14 in me, yo. Stop playing. Stop
It's
playing.
some of that.
At one time, though. At one time, or you gotta take breaks.
Yo. You gotta pick a day when you gotta pick a day off. Like, for real.
He said straight.
Every day. You gotta pick a day
He
off.
said,
You gotta take one day off.
Oh,
no,
I was
we
about
don't
to say,
get tired.
I was gonna say, I definitely got money on Meek being able to do more push-ups than you.
Oh, what? You think me
Not
got
that.
me? Listen.
You know what? I do. I got more. I got money. She was in the military. They listen.
Look, you see, everybody says something but Meek. Meek don't want to do no damn push-ups, y'all. But listen,
I
y'all
mean,
back.
I'll do.
Don't play with me, Tamika, because you know what's the bet? Because y'all know, hey yo, set in 2 weeks, so we can make some shit. Look, look,
I
look.
thought we was filming this
Come on.
weekend.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was this weekend.
Oh yeah. I thought so too. You know what? I got a bunch of shit mixed up, yo. I ain't gonna
Okay.
lie. I got a bunch of weekends mixed up. I got next weekend mixed up with this one and all that. Yo, my bad. Yo, we gonna chop it up after the show. All right. So yeah.
I wanna-
So we gonna be at the joint. So y'all get y'all pick. Y'all get y'all joint. What you gonna say, Ken?
Oh, I never got to speak on the words of affirmation. Um,
What? Okay, go
but
ahead,
I'm gonna keep it
Ken.
real brief. I think it's for me, just for me. I'm not gonna speak for all men. It's very important. Because we need somebody telling us, confirming that they see our efforts, and giving us that strength to keep moving forward. There's so much detraction out there in the world. Some people just call them haters. There's so much of that out there that sometimes you need somebody to stop you and say, hey Ron, I mean, you're doing a good job, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up. We see you. We see you. Yeah. Next time you got something, bro, I'm gonna come show up for you. Cause that's support and that's auditory too, because you want to hear it. You're gonna keep grinding regardless, but getting that confirmation goes a long way. And imagine
Word.
if it's from your person. If your person is sitting there telling you, hey, you gonna make it, you're gonna blow up. This is the idea, this is the one, this is how you're gonna get to that point. I believe in you. Like, you need to hear that. And since people don't hear that enough, what do? We do daily affirmations ourselves. Now we sitting here telling, I am great, I am this, I am, and we're sitting here claiming it because we're saying it for ourselves to keep ourselves motivated. So it is important to hear it. And when it's coming from somebody else, that's a big thing. I think a lot of us who have achieved things in our lives, we did it for somebody. Somebody
Right.
get on stage, hey, they thank God, and then they thank their mom. And I thank my mom for always believing in me, always telling me that I could do it, always telling me that I would reach this point, you
Right.
know. So it goes a long way. Um, and that's why a lot of relationships probably also break up because your lady don't believe in you. She don't tell you, she don't encourage you. You
Don't
trying
want
to
scoop
get,
no ice cream with you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to get something off the ground, and it's gonna take sacrifice. And instead of them encouraging you verbally, they sitting there saying, I mean, the power plant hiring, if you want to go do that, you want to go work at Amazon. Nah, baby, I got a dream. I got goals. I got vision. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't support me, maybe you're not gonna get in there and help me with my business plan, but you just sitting there and telling me, hey, listen, this is it. You can do it. That goes a long way.
Yo, you said a mouthful right there, B. I mean, you couldn't have said it any plainer, yo. Yeah.
He virtually dropped the mic.
Wow.
No.
Like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the imaginary moment, you dropped it, yo. Boom. No,
Yo,
because it's dead ass. But you dead ass, yo, because that's the thing about um when Tamika said something about equally yoked. I mean, we got to bring it back to that because that's what happens. Do you feel like the person that you with is the person that you really are supposed to be with? Because these things should not change because you feel differently. Like if you know that this is the type of person that you have, like if a person that you have has a desire to have their own, they're never going to settle for nothing other, less than that. It's like you got to make the decision whether you want to be around or be a part of that person's life. Especially if a person like Kev said is a person that's going to motivate themselves. Because at some point the universe is going to send them what they need because it's the energy they putting out. So you got to be willing to be whatever you say that you want. You got to be willing to be the same thing that you want. And that's why I say you better master all five of these love languages. It's okay. You can pick and choose all you want to. That's where it comes to free will. That's when it comes to choice. That's when it comes to preference. I get it all that. Everybody got their shit. Yo, I respect it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I mean, you're gonna have to figure out what all five is kick. You gonna have to chop it up with them. I don't know. You might not. I don't know how you gonna subscribe to the channel or not, but you're gonna have to chop it up. You're gonna have to figure it out because at some point you're gonna be tested in one of those five, even if it ain't yours. So I know mad shit that we all took in school that we had on the test. We ain't never used that shit in real life ever.
So I ain't use the Pythagorean theorem.
And the people look, the people who code and everything using it now, AI doing it, so now we ain't gotta learn it no more. Right? But then that goes to show, like, it's always something gonna come. That's another bar right there. Like you just said, me, in the sense of that. When something is needed, it's gonna come. When you put it in the atmosphere, it's gonna come. You gotta be willing to
Hmm.
understand that, yo. It's energy. You know what I'm saying? It's transferable. People don't believe in that. I get it because a lot of things that religion. I know religion got a people in a person that they can't understand what energy is. I get it. I understand. And some people call it spirit, all that other stuff, but it's all something that's real, tangible. Energy is real. I promise, yo. Swear to God, yo. Energy is mad real. Don't ever get it twisted thinking that people can't pick up off and on your energy, yo. I promise you. You may be thinking that it's something like you may be thinking that people, but they can pick up on you, yo.
I
They
always
know when
say like energy is more real than behavior, in my opinion, because you can't, your energy ain't gonna lie. And if somebody is sensitive to that energy, you can do whatever you want. You can pretend to be this amazing person, but if that energy ugly, it's gonna be felt. So
as
all
a
of
mom.
your little efforts ain't even gonna mean nothing.
For sure. Because it'll always show you like when a person is not really trying, when they because if anyone has to be reminded of something that they made, that they agree upon when it comes to whatever you got to do in anything, like whatever. Like I know people at work, like that work at their jobs, like yo, come on, yo, like this is what this says. Like why are you playing with us? I know people who get in trouble for wearing a T-shirt that got the company's name on it, but then they make you buy the T-shirt to be able to wear it. Weird, weird as shit. It's just really weird. I've noticed so many different things that people deal with on a regular, or for somebody who said you could do this. Like, yo, no, you can do this. But then now I'm gonna hold it against you because you do it. So love languages are important. I really believe that. I think that everybody has a preference, like I said, to whichever ones they want to, focus on. All right, good for you. Keep it up. I hope everything is continuing to work out for you at the end of the day because that's what it's about. It's about positivity. We ain't coming up here to shit on people for whatever they think or feel. I'm just, I mean,
Free will, yeah.
yeah, yeah. People take these love languages for granted. They put this shit on the surface. It's not surface. It's real. You know what I'm saying? This is who the people are. You want to get into it, get into it. Don't just surfacely talk about it. You know what I mean? Shit. Ugh. Anyway, y'all got anything y'all want the people to know before we go? Because we about to get up out of here, and so T, Country T, what we doing? You got something coming up? I see you got some flyers up. You in some shows? What's going on? What we doing?
Um, I got some stuff coming up, but I don't know. You know how that goes.
All
It's
right.
breast cancer awareness month, y'all. So shit the tatas.
Yeah. Make sure y'all do that. And speaking of that, segues into next week's show. So next week's show, we're gonna have Sunshine Anderson on. She's out of Atlanta. She has
Mm-mm.
a foundation, and they help with survivors of breast cancer and all of them. It's gonna be a really dope show. Me personally, I'm kind of I'm partial to that because I lost a couple of family members to breast cancer. So I'm like any type of information we could get out, anything that we can do. You know how we gonna do on this platform. I try to make sure that we bring y'all something too. So she already agreed to be on the show. So next week's show, if y'all gonna be around, y'all watch that, man, because it's gonna be very important. You know what I'm saying? No matter what size they are, y'all know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could deal with it. You know what I mean? And that's something that is crazy because from research and stuff like that, we all understand that sometimes it's just what we put in our bodies, yo. It's weird.
True.
It's
Mm-hmm.
weird. We deal
And
with
on
things
it. Yep.
what we put in our bodies, because people will not take the opportunity to understand like what your blood type is and how that affects you. You know what I mean? That's the best way of prevention. But sometimes you can't tell people things. So anyway, but I'm glad you said that about breast cancer awareness. I meant to say that. But next week's show. Next Tuesday, y'all, we got somebody on, me and the crew. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna go through some things. And we're gonna make sure that whatever we can do, that anybody that's dealing with anything, any type of early detection, I'm gonna try to find out. I'm gonna ask all the questions. Don't worry about it. Not all of the questions. Yeah, they're gonna ask questions too, but
As
I'm saying
many as you can.
I'm gonna ask certain questions. I'm gonna get to it, y'all. We gotta find out if there's something that you could go or program. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. I bet. So Meek, what we doing? What you got coming up? You got anything going on?
Man, I'm working on these journals right now. I've been working on them for the last few weeks. I'm doing one where it's a pregnancy journal, but the purpose of these is for you to gift it to your child at some point. So in it, it's going to have a bunch of memories. You write letters to your child. For the pregnancy one, you write one every month while you're pregnant. And for the first year of their life, you write one every month. Keep up with all their milestones, and it's something that you can gift to them. I'm also trying to do one from birth to 5 years. Same concept. You write in letters to them. Kind of, it's a keepsake kind of ideal. And the last one is just a book of letters to your child. For me, like I said, words, speaking, and all that is it's harder for me. So this is why I thought of it. If I can put a book together, write letters to my kids, and gift that to them, then they can kind of know maybe some of the things I didn't say out loud that I should have. Not that I don't say a lot of things. I say shit to them, but sometimes people have trouble when it comes to speaking, and my mind runs 50 miles per hour. And so when I'm trying to get some things out, it's harder. But if I sit and write it out, it's more thought out and it means
Yeah,
more. And
yeah,
so, yeah, so those
yeah.
are the three that I'm working on right now.
Right, no, that's dope. Man, that's dope. Because that's that word. That's the affirmation out there. I mean, I'm talking about word. I'm talking about that on fucking. I don't know what. That's like on 1,000 right there, yo. Because imagine being able to read back, like you know what I'm saying. When you get down or something, you got this book that your mom, you know what I'm saying, and you reading the shit, yo. Like, and the dad too. Hopefully, the dad be a part of it, and he
Yeah.
could write in the journal too. Like, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean, and do all that. Like, yo, letters to you. That's dope. Oh, that's fly. That's fly. Yo, so all of y'all that's watching and you're gonna watch the playback and all that, y'all make sure y'all get with me, yo. And yo, get y'all something. And then even if your child is past that, if your child is
Yeah.
still in the young ages from like the teenage years going into his young adult years, it's a lot that he may need to hear during that too. So don't miss the opportunity. I mean, I get she said it's 3, but maybe y'all could
Yeah.
chop it up.
The third one is for any age. So the third one is a general one that you just write letters to your kids. And
They let it to the kids
um,
and gift it to them, yo. That's so fly, man. That's really fly, man. As an entrepreneur to have that vision, yo. I'm like, yo. Tamika she was snapping like you just got off kick,
I've been
blasting
working on it
them
all day. My brain is fried. So I've been
and digging.
creating all day, just at it.
Fly.
I've been writing it out for weeks and just trying to put it together now.
Nah, that's fly. No, that's fly. That's real fly, yo. All right, so C double, what we doing?
Y'all know what it is. Preview.careers. My husband is working extremely hard to, a bunch of different tech programs, VCs, meetings, and so forth. So again, you guys can support now, but Preview going to be a household name, and you're going to support later. So you might as well jump on the bandwagon now. So go ahead and visit the landing page at www.preview.careers. And then we'll be able to see more information.
Word. All right. Y'all know what we said before, man. It's about people who are focused on a career, not a job. So, like I said, if you want to work for Bojangles, if you want to pull up for the call center, don't hit preview, yo. But if you got a trade and you got, you know what I'm saying, and you got a profession that you want to get to, that's what you need to do, man. Holla at them, yo. Word. Kevy Cab, what we doing?
You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, yo, hey, listen. We know you. Hey, look, you guys said last time. He's like, yo, I'm doing something I can't tell y'all, but when I tell y'all,
yeah, y'all know. Listen, I be on the move. I be doing a lot of stuff. I got a lot of irons in the fire. I'm trying to see which one gonna set it ablaze. You feel me?
That's
In the very near future, you can catch me Friday with the band, performing at the winery. Saturday, hopefully we on set. You know what I'm saying? Big project coming. Big project. You know what I'm saying? Big things, popping big bottles.
We working.
Smoking big blunts. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be on the lookout. Just be on the lookout and just, support one another. Support one
Wow.
another.
That's what we do, y'all. Word. And like I said, man, with me, y'all know how we do, man. We keeping it moving, man. We got mad content dropping. Y'all make sure y'all check the pages. We got more that we've been doing. We've been filming last weekend. We've been filming. We just been working, man. You know what I'm saying? And keeping it going. We got the collective where we building. It's a whole lot of stuff coming, so y'all be on prepared for that. I got 5 on it. We've been chilling right now. We definitely haven't stopped the platform. We just had to. We're gonna revamp some things because we're working with a venue so we could be in one spot. I think going on tour and being in different places was a good look for us. I think it gave us a good idea of what it's like to get prepared for a life like that. But I do think that at some point, you know what I mean, we want to be in a position to be able to be in one place to invite people from all over because I'm still getting contacted from comics that live out of the state that used to come before COVID who want to come. But then if they say they could come to Raleigh because they got family in Raleigh, then we talking about nah, yo, we over here in, Virginia. They like, oh,
Weldon. We in
man,
Weldon, North
yo,
Carolina.
I want to do the
What
show,
that
man.
ain't?
Going there. I don't even know. Look, when I tell people, yeah, we in Middlesex, they be like, Middle who? Like, yeah, like in
It's
Middlesex.
still
Is
it's
that,
still Johnson County.
is that
You,
before or after?
you in a brothel? Yeah, y'all performing a brothel? Like, yo, I was gonna bring my wife.
Oh,
I was like, no, son,
you're
no.
stupid. That's cool,
Yeah,
baby.
like y'all live there, like, now I gotta leave my home. Like, nah, son, hold on, we ain't doing that. Nah, but so yeah, so it's better to focus on one spot. That way we could really get it in because
Mm-hmm.
I believe in that, man. It's a lot of people who respect the platform. Then there's a lot of people who like to click up and be with other people. I respect all of that. I think all the comics
All
around
of
here,
it.
you know what I'm saying? I think all of them are dope. I think all of them, whether they funny or not, I think they dope because they take the time to get up there in front of people and try. And I think that's a big thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm a trier. So I always give it up for the triers and shit like that. So but the goal is for I got 5 on it to be a platform, a television platform. It is not
Mm-hmm.
for us to be competing with people to do comedy shows. That's why we don't do
Mm.
the certain things that other people do. I just want y'all to know, like, when everybody be mentioning our name in these platforms, like, yo, I just want y'all to know, like, I hear it, but I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I hear it but y'all don't say it to my face, so that's weird, and I'm everywhere.
To my
So, you
face.
know, to me, to me, that's what it is. And people
We
who
some
talk
terrible. We
on
some
your back,
terrible.
about you. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. But outside of that, yo, we working, man, and we keeping it moving. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all that jumped on tonight, man, that took time to watch us, and all the people that's going to listen to the playback. Again, make sure y'all jump on next week. And remember, I said Sunshine Anderson, not the singer. I just want to be clear, just in case anybody get on talking about her. Nah, we ain't hearing that. Not her. This person, this is their real name. Their mother and their father named them
Oh
that. You know
wow.
what I'm saying?
I
Right.
thought it was her.
Nah,
Right.
nah, nah.
I'm
Nah,
gonna
so
trim the
now
beard
I'm
and
like, oh, she
everything.
moved to Atlanta.
I
Okay.
might have should have held that. I might have should have held that. See, I be telling on myself.
Yeah, I
They were
just
like,
That's
yo,
what
I
that
thought
man.
you finna be up here
That's
performing.
yo. Listen, that's what that thing kicked in for me, yo. I be telling it. You know what I'm saying? So listen, look. I should have held that, so everybody would have jumped on next week. Like, yo, nah, they ain't her. Then they would have thought I was
Coming
front.
home late. It's
Yeah, you know what I'm
you
saying?
barely be
No,
just
not her,
fine.
yo, not her. And I'm thinking that if and for all y'all that got a pair, y'all, all y'all
Oh
that got a pair,
yes, honey, I need. Oh,
tune in, tune in,
I'm so
tune in.
hungry.
So we can figure out how to keep your
Thank you,
pair
baby.
intact. You know what I'm saying? Because we respect the pair because we know next month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month too. They put it all together. I don't know why, but they put it together. But we talked enough about domestic violence on here the last couple of months, so we all right with that. We know people still gonna get beat up in this month, but we not doing that. We good. It's all about the breast this time, yo. So all right, yo. So until next week, yo, y'all remember, man, stay fly out there. And don't forget, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. All right?
Nobody else will. Good
Yeah.
night,
Be
everybody.